All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ruchak Warash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone whom I learned this truth from. Shalom. To our sincere Akim, pushing his word and truth in his sincerity. May peace and blessings be upon your households, and shalom to you, Aqua, for listening to tune in as well. And in this lesson, I wanted to go into this polycrisis, which ultimately, this polycrisis, which means many crises, just equals Jacob's trouble. Okay, because that is what is at hand is Jacob's trouble. All right, it's going to be a lot of things happening at one time. Okay, and I got some video clips and some articles queued up to go into that, to show you that. All right, and this is a time for those of us that believe in this truth to brace ourselves, spiritually, prepare, get ready to be uncomfortable, which Yahweh Shimon Shai has been he's been prepping us for these days, since we came into this truth. That's why you may have gone through particular things that you didn't really truly understand, but now that you see these things taking place on the planet Earth, you fully understand why the Lord put you through certain things. Okay, made you be brought to a lower state. It was all to prepare you for these times that we're headed towards. This polycrisis, the year of the polycrisis, which means mini crisis. So there's going to be a lot of things, that's getting ready to go down that 2/3 of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans aren't ready for, man. Okay, unless you repent and turn back into Yahweh Shimon Shai. Okay, and Lord willing, the Lord will have mercy upon you. You see? But let's go ahead and grab this video. And I believe I have another video and an article, and then we'll grab some precepts, and then we'll close it out. Lord willing, this be edifying.
And United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warning that we are facing a global economic slowdown here at the World Economic Forum earlier today. Watch.
And we are looking into the eye of a Category 5 hurricane. Our world is plagued by a perfect storm on a number of fronts. Start with the short term, a global economic crisis. The outlook, as we all know, is bleak. Many parts of the world face recession, and the entire world faces...
Okay, and just to back up what he's saying, he's saying that we're headed towards a Category 5 hurricane, which I have that queued up as well. And he also said the future is bleak, and that's absolutely true, because that is a biblical prophecy. The scriptures tell you that, and we'll get it. Those that look out of the window be darkened, meaning what? The future is dark. It's bleak. People don't see a future here in America and just all throughout the world, man. Okay? People are, murder suicides are at an all-time high. People are giving up, okay, on their lives, so to speak. Okay, people are deleting themselves, man.
Slow down. And we see deepening inequalities and the rapidly unfolding cost of living crisis affecting women and girls the most.
You women, all right? You thought you were off the line. Okay, you women thought you were off the hook. He just said women and children are going to be affected the most. Okay? So this video is titled UN Secretary General warns of a perfect economic storm. All right, and what did Trump say a few years back? The calm before the storm, man. All right, so things are getting ready to get really bad out here. Okay? The warning isn't going to go out for too much longer. This is what he's referring to, Category 5 hurricane. They are among the strongest tropical cyclones that can form on Earth. Okay, Hurricane Katrina was a Category 5, and it destroyed. Okay, it destroyed the Gulf Coast. It destroyed New Orleans. Okay, this displaced a lot of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, so he's comparing this economic, storm to a Category 5, meaning what? It's going to be devastating. All right, and this is what the prophets, the men of Yahweh Shema Shai, have been warning since the 70s. Okay, but Jake is still unaware. Okay, because you better believe all these coming economic woes. Okay, ultimately it's from Yahweh Shema Shai, but you better believe these elites have already planned this thing out. Okay, and it's mainly geared towards you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites. Okay, let's go ahead and grab Psalms 2:2, and it reads, "The kings of the earth." All right, these different, rulers of these different nations set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together. All right, this WEF meeting. All these different leaders from all these different countries, okay, spearheaded by the elite, they take counsel together. Okay, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you think you're unimportant. Hey, you're absolutely wrong. The kings, the scriptures say the kings of the earth, they take counsel, meaning what? They're having meetings. Okay, the G5 summits and the WEF, meeting up in Davos, Switzerland. Okay, really, it boils back to you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh, all right? And against his anointed, saying, okay, against the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because we are the Lord's people, all right? And they see the elect, okay, waking up. They see the men of the Lord teaching, all right? This is why they're coming with this so-called New World Order. All right, this is why they're moving fast, to get this thing up and going. They're bringing the chaos to bring in what they call their order. Psalms 2:3, and it reads, "Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us." All right, they want to disconnect us from Yahweh Shema Shai, which is why they're coming with the sea hit. Okay, to try to brand the Lord's people, okay, to try to cut us off to get ultimately to get that birthright back. But it ain't gonna happen. All right, Jacob is gonna win in the end. But nevertheless, these are the things that are coming. All right. Psalms 2:4, "He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision." Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is laughing at their plan, but he's still going to allow them to go ahead with it. Okay, to get only but so far, because 2/3 got to be cut off. And that's what we're hoping and fighting and praying for, not to be a part of, man. Okay? Pray that Yahweh Shema Shai keeps the spirit within us to continue on. All right, and not become a 2/3 and get caught up in this economic storm, this Category 5 economic storm, man.
Supply chain disruptions and an energy crunch, soaring prices.
And Secretary General Antonio Guterres joins me right now, live in Davos. Great to see you, Secretary. Thank you for being here.
It's a great pleasure to be here again and again with you.
And wonderful to...
Okay, so and he said, he mentioned at the end, soaring prices. And you got a video circulating a large carton of eggs for $80. Okay, how about Shema Shai ain't playing? Okay, he's bringing that famine full steam ahead, man. Okay, and this is only the beginning. Eggs being $80. Okay, pretty soon those eggs are gonna be $2.50. Okay, cereal, milk gonna be $150, man. Okay, what are you people gonna do? Okay, the elect are gonna trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, This is Second Esdras 16:21, and it reads, "Behold, victual shall be so good, cheap upon the earth." Okay, victual goes into your goodies, your foods, okay, your toilet paper, your necessities. They're still pretty much cheap compared to what you see at the stores, man. The $80 eggs. All right, just let that sink in. $80 eggs, bro. Okay, it's about to get real. Okay, behold, victual shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, they shall think themselves to be in good case. All right, and that's the spirit amongst you 2/3 of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and the rest of these Babylonians. They still think everything is good. They still think everything is, we're still able to go and hop in the Starbucks line, all right, and buy, a $2 coffee. Well, things aren't that bad. Okay. We're still able to go and get Mickey D's fries, which is causing cancer. We're still able to go get the cancer sticks at Mickey D's. Things are good. That's why the scriptures say they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth. All right, and that's all you see, man. People being deleted, cold, just the love of many waxing cold. People getting their dome pieces chopped off. All right, women getting their heads chopped off left and right. All right, people being shot up. Just had out there in California, you just had a cartel execution style on a whole family, man, including the newborn. So evils are growing upon the earth. Okay, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, that famine, man. Just because there's food available doesn't mean a famine can't happen. All right. Famine just means a lack of bread. Meaning what? It's not accessible. Who's gonna have $150 for a gallon of milk or a carton of eggs or some cereal? All right, and that's gonna bring on that sedition among men. Okay, there's this economic category 5 storm that's coming. All the days of playing and thinking everything's a joke. You still got Israel still joking around about the inflation, man. All right, had a brother just recently, he did a video. The brother Baquar Moff, he just did a video going into Jake, joking about the $80 eggs, man. Okay, making joking memes and all that, man. The Lord is about to put that to rest. All the planning and joking around, man. Things are about to get heavy out here. Okay? Right? Let's go ahead and believe I had another video. Let's see. All right, yeah, we'll grab this really quick.
Coming?
Okay,
The
is,
Volkswagen Taos, German engineering everyone can get into.
The Economic Ninja.
Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. We're going to talk about layoffs. We're going to talk about their consequences. We're going to talk about a story that's coming out of CNBC today. It's entitled, Microsoft, Amazon, and other tech companies have laid off more than 60,000 employees in the last year. The facts are, if you hear it in the mainstream media, it's too late. If you're looking to hedge your...
All right, 60,000 people have been laid off from these giant tech companies. These are billion-dollar companies. So you got to ask yourself, if these companies are just laying off people, okay, left and right to save money, what do you think is going to happen to these small companies, these small mom and pops, okay, these small grocery stores that aren't billion-dollar companies, which majority of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans work at because we're still in captivity? What do you think is going to happen to them? All right, they're going to completely shut the doors.
yourself against uncertainty in the future, or you're looking to take advantage of an opportunity now, you need to look outside of the mainstream press, because to say that they are slow to the game because they want to be known as the ones that are always right? They don't want to go out on a tightrope and like tell you, we see this coming ahead of time, because they may be wrong, right? And fear, because that's insecurity and uncertainty, right? And a lack of knowledge. They want to tell you the facts, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I want to tell you facts. But when I was telling you that layoffs were coming, it was because layoffs were happening. Small layoffs. But those layoffs continue to grow and grow and grow. And now, a year later, we are at the point where it is about to really get into that crescendo, and we are going to see very, very big layoffs. Why? Because as more and more people get laid off, that's less money going to the real economy. That means more of a downturn, more people that are not spending money on Amazon and Microsoft products. I'm not even joking. What was the last time you bought a Microsoft product that was worth?
All right, and what he's saying is common sense, man. All right, it's common sense. The money isn't being pumped into the economy. Things slow down. All right, people get laid off. All right, so you got Microsoft laying off 10,000 people in this month alone. All right, this place is finished, man. Absolutely finished. Let's get this article really quick. Inflation is battering lower income households most as food housing costs soars. Fed study says, all right, you got rents. It doesn't matter what city it is, all throughout America, the median rent is $2,000 a month. Okay, that's a lot of money to pay for a 1-bedroom apartment. Let alone trying to pay all the other bills you got on top of your wages not increasing. All right. Low income households are being hit hardest by inflation because surging food and housing costs make up more of their spending, according to a study by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. The findings marked a reversal of the pattern that prevailed when consumer prices initially spiked in 2021 and early 2022, which showed the most severe impact on middle-income Americans, all right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it's going to say that. Okay, so this polycrisis, really, it's Jacob's trouble. From early 2021 to June 2022, so-called black people, all right, which would be the Southern Kingdom, predominantly, the tribe of Judah, Hispanics, the Northern Kingdom, okay? So the Southern and the Northern Kingdom. And middle-income houses were hurt most by soaring prices because more of their spending is devoted to transportation costs, which leaped as the price of used cars and gasoline skyrocketed, according to the blogs by the New York Fed. All right, so like I said, this polycrisis is Jacob's trouble. All right, it's going to hit the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans the hardest because we're already on the bottom, all right? We're already on the bottom, suffering the curses until Yahweh shall return. So it's going to hit the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the hardest, man. All right? And I'm not going to go into detail, but I can tell you personally, I'm feeling that pinch. I'm feeling that pressure, man. All right? But the difference between us and the 2/3 of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to see us through, Lord willing, man. Okay? So let's go ahead and continue on with our scriptures, and then we'll close it on out. All right. And this is Ecclesiastes 12:3, and it reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble." All right. These economic, specialists and I call them the fall guys. The guys that you do see. That are behind. These corporations and businesses, they're trembling. They see the numbers. They see the decline, the drastic decline in the economy, and they're trembling. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. All right? And what is this video going into? Layoffs 2023 getting wild. Okay, layoffs. Okay, get used to that word, layoffs. because there's gonna be a lot of that. In these next 3 months, like they said back in the news, I want to say a couple months ago, that these companies were going to start laying off 200,000 people a month, beginning in January. All right, the grinding is ceasing, like the scripture is prophesied, man. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, meaning what? It's bleak. The future is bleak, like the UN secretary said. Okay? And these people are feeling it. Ecclesiastes 12:4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. Okay? Businesses closing down. When the sound of the grinding is low. Okay? And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Meaning what? The entertainment. Okay, when entertainment goes to the shitter, okay, you can pretty much bet your bottom dollar that kingdom is going down, because when you go back to the 50s, 60s, the 70s, music was still somewhat good. Why? Because things were pretty much on the up and up, man. All right, so at least Jake was doing somewhat better back then. Jake was moving, from the south to the east, to the west. Okay, getting decent jobs. Okay, buying homes. Jake was doing all right, and the music was pretty decent back then, man. Okay. Because when Jake is doing good, that good music come out. But now you fast forward to 2023, Jake is through. Jake is hurting, man. So that's why you see the music being brought low, Jake rapping about killing each other and selling dope, singing about adultery. Okay? That proves that America is done, man. It's done. All right. We'll win it off here, 2 Ezra 15:18, and it reads, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled." All right. Economic woes, famine, cost of rent crisis. These cities are going to be troubled. All right, because of the pride, man. But I don't get how people are still walking around prideful. With all the things that are taking place, you got people still prideful, man. All right? And the cities are made and belong to women, okay? And these women are super proud. But guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is going to trouble these cities because of that pride. Okay? Bring these cities low, man. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Okay? So all your little white picket fence with the Mercedes in the front, okay? The 401k, all those things are getting ready to be destroyed. All right, in so much that men are going to be afraid. Just something to think about, man. If men are going to be afraid, that means it's going to be really bad. All right. You take your toughest, roughest dude that you've ever seen, okay, all tatted up, things of that nature. He's going to be afraid, okay, shaking in his boots. That's how bad it's going to get. All right? So with that, we'll go ahead and in this lesson, Lord willing, it was edifying. Till next time, Shalom, DTA, and Abba Ball.